This guy thinks people are semen and birds have arms? Hello and welcome to Anxious at Bedtime. I am one host, Cash.
And I'm the other. My name is Monica.
She also hosts Anxious at Bedtime.
I do. And today we have Kitty Kitty Bang Bang.
Yes.
I don't know if she'll talk, but she's here. Oi.
She's not going to speak. No. She's a cat.
You might hear her purr. Hold on.
Oh.
Can you hear it?
No.
Okay, watch out, Kitty Bang. Oh! Did you just snort?
What's up, dude?
Not much. I don't think I have any new information or anything has happened to me. It's just been a busy week. A busy 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
You've had to travel out of town a few times.
I've had a lot.
Yeah.
Lots of long days, long nights.
Many long days. Today being one of them. But we get to record and we get to talk about spooky stuff, which is fun. And also, we survived the rapture.
I mean, supposedly, maybe we didn't. Maybe, we were raptured and this is it now. Who knows?
I have had nonstop stomach pains since
and
that
heartburn,
day.
So maybe we were anti-raptured.
Yeah, this might be my anti-rapture. At least we're together.
Why'd you take me to hell?
At least we're together.
Absolutely. Why are we here?
And you're here with us, listeners, so
oh, maybe this
welcome.
Isn't hell then. Hopefully.
Do you have anything new?
I don't.
Okay. Simple.
Yeah.
So then I guess we'll just jump right into today's topic.
All right now. Okay now.
Okie dokie.
All right now.
Oh my gosh, that was my stomach. I don't know if the mic caught that, but
yes.
I wasn't joking about the stomach pains.
You don't typically joke.
Today's episode is inspired by you, honey.
Oh, wow. How so? I did make a joke, but it was not a good one, so we edited it out. So you're welcome.
This episode is inspired by you because when I told you that I heard about this topic, but I couldn't completely remember if it was real or if it was a fever dream, you told me it probably wasn't real. So here's the research.
Let's go.
Oh, Kevin's here now. Hi, Buggy. You want to say hi in the podcast?
Got something to say? Oh, yeah? Anything else? All right, that's all he had.
Thank you for your time, Kevin.
And that was our guest, Cat 2.
Cat 2.
Bless you. Cat
so,
2.
66 million years ago, the skies were ruled by giants.
I mean, my brain's not what it used to be. My memory's not all the way there, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Not birds, not bats, but leathery winged reptiles with wingspans wider than a car.
Oh, yeah, so definitely not the airplanes that I was just presuming 66 million years ago. I was like, that definitely didn't happen. There were no giant planes in the sky back then.
No.
Told you.
When people hear the word pterodactyl, that's exactly what they think of. Leathery wings, a long beak, maybe even a head crest. But what if I told you that over the last 150 years, people have been reporting them alive? In fact, there is a long trail of stories, eyewitness accounts, and even videos that claim that pterosaurs are still with us.
I don't have any of these videos. I did not film it, and I did not allege that. I told you no.
What?
I told you they're not real.
They are real, and I will show you them.
Okay.
Pterosaurs, often called pterodactyls, lived alongside the dinosaurs, diving for fish, soaring over jungles, and filling the ancient skies with shadows.
Yeah, I know.
You paid attention in school.
No, I was there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was down there fucking... I told you I didn't have a camera. I didn't get no pictures of that.
According to the fossil records, They vanished in the same event that ended the age of dinosaurs. The textbooks say they're long gone. Their bones are still preserved in stone. Their shapes revived only in museums and monster movies. But what if that's not the whole story?
It's probably not.
Okay.
Oh.
It's... You didn't say what I thought you did.
No, yeah. I don't know what I did wrong there.
I was so ready to judge you for judging me, and you were agreeing. Anyway, back to it. Across the world, from the remote jungles of New Guinea to the highways of Texas, people continue to report sightings of creatures that sound suspiciously like pterosaurs. People report seeing creatures with huge wings that have bat-like membranes instead of feathers, and long tails with diamond-shaped tips.
Very demonic.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think of that. Huh. The descriptions all echo the same impossible thought, not a demon, which now was on my radar, but a living pterodactyl in modern times. Tonight, we're diving into the strangest eyewitness reports, the maps of hotspots, and a few pieces of evidence that might prove these prehistoric flyers never truly went extinct. Of course, the scientists and skeptics have a lot to say about that too, but if even one of these stories is true, it means something out there is rewriting the history of life on Earth. So, are people really seeing pterodactyls today?
Maybe.
Maybe. Or are these just misidentified birds, bats, and tricks of the imagination?
A little from column A, a little from column B. I'm sorry. Let's what?
Let's unfold those wings and find out.
Okay.
You're excited. To start, I want to explain the difference between a pterodactyl and a pterosaur, because I had no idea what it was.
Well, a pterosaur is a type of, or a pterodactyl is a type of pterosaur. Duh.
Yeah, actually, that is exactly it.
Square and a rectangle.
To further explain that, so it's like we have birds, and then there's, like, we have seagulls. An
owl.
A seagull and an owl are both birds, but not all birds are seagulls or owls.
Different species of the bird.
Yeah. So we have pterosaurs, which are the birds, and then pterodactyls, which are the individual owl, seagull, whatever. We are going to use pterosaur to describe these sightings because apparently it's like the proper word. Scientists have found evidence that the earliest known pterosaurs walked the earth roughly 220 million years ago.
Yeah, they walked the earth. They didn't like to fly very much back then.
Well, they still flew. But they also walk. They're not hummingbirds. And they lived up until about 65 million years ago. Now, the sizes varied immensely. Pterosaurs could be as small as a pigeon with an 18-inch wingspan, but there was one species called the Quetzalcoatlus that could grow to the size of a modern-day airplane, weighing 500 pounds with a near 40-foot wingspan.
What the hell?
Yeah. Big boy.
Weird boy.
Weird boy.
Shouldn't be like that. Big wings.
Big wings. And we talked about this in, I think, our very first episode. But they have found pterosaur fossils that are covered in fur, which is amazing because we gave ourselves so much grief for talking out of our asses, basically, that first episode. But according to nps.gov, we were right. They really have found dinosaurs with fur.
Well, yeah, I've always been right.
Yeah.
I told you that.
Yeah, I came across that and I had to throw it in because, yeah, we made jokes about that for a long time. The Quetzalcoatlus is important in this episode because it was also the largest pterosaur to ever live that we know of.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. Scientists have recreated models of them, and through that, they believe that the Quetzalcoatluses used their heads to turn while flying, which is important to keep in mind when watching videos of what people claim are these pterosaurs, because you can see in some of the videos they like steer with their head, which I think is evidence.
It probably is evidence, yeah.
Yeah. But one other interesting fact is their fossils have been found almost completely exclusively in the United States, which is where we get a lot of the reported sightings. I said that sentence really weird, but you know what I mean. Speaking of sightings, the first one we're going to talk about is in Tombstone, Arizona.
I heard that, player.
On April 26, 1890, a newspaper called the Tombstone Epitaph released an article that also became a Mandela. The article describes how two ranchers were on their way home from the Huachuca Mountains when they came across a monster. This creature looked like a giant alligator, but it had an elongated tail and a huge pair of wings.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a huge pair of nuts. I was like, what the hell?
No.
Yeah, that would have tripped me up, too.
Especially with it flying over you.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh my God.
What the fuck is that dangling thing? What is that giant? Is that thing spreading its balls at me?
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, that would have been terrifying. Yeah, I don't think that would have been a Mandela effect. That definitely would have been world news.
Something, but it gives a whole new meaning to Batwing.
Yeah, no, if they tried to get me with that, I would definitely fucking know. I'd be like, them's his balls.
Anyway.
And the world would know, too.
Yeah, it was not balls, though.
This 40-foot dragon just showed me his giant nuts in the sky, guys. And they'd be talking about me and that dragon's nuts for years to come. Right. So, again, no Mandela, they'd know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was not a pair of giant nuts. It was a pair of wings.
Shit.
And it was very obvious to the two ranchers that this creature was exhausted, presumably from a long flight. For some reason, the two ranchers decided that they should shoot at it because that's the American way. So they started chasing it down. Unfortunately, because it was so exhausted, it could only fly for short spurts at a time, and they were able to kill it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's the American way.
Yeah. Once the creature was on the ground, they were able to go up and inspect it, but apparently their horses were terrified and didn't want to go anywhere near it.
Horses do be knowing stuff.
They do be knowing.
Yeah, they don't go over cliffs or nothing. They're like, whoa, Nelly, no, they don't like that. That water. Yeah, no, the horses, they be knowing.
Or, what's it called? The gravity place in Oregon?
Oh, yeah.
The Oregon Vortex.
The Oregon Vortex? Is that
Yeah.
what you're talking about? Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. We went there once upon a time.
And we covered it in an episode.
We covered it about once upon a time in an episode as well. Yeah.
But yeah, horses were terrified to go into the Oregon Vortex, just like they were terrified to go near this creature. Somehow, the two men were able to measure this creature, and it was 92 feet in length with a 50-inch diameter at its widest spot. It only had 2 feet, 2 wings, and a head that was 8 feet long.
Did it have arms?
No.
So it was like a fucking snake with legs and wings?
Pretty much, yeah. None of these creatures have arms.
That's
just
creepy.
wings. Yeah.
Weird eels.
Yeah, weird eels.
They never skip leg day.
It reminds me... Oh, never mind. I was going to say it reminds me of Mushu from Mulan, but he has arms.
Had arms.
Yeah.
And not really wings.
No.
Just sometimes, like when he sneezes or something.
I feel like I remember him with wings.
Maybe twice. Maybe that's a Mandela.
It might be.
Who knows? If you guys know, let us know. And don't just fucking shoot a picture. We got Google. Yeah. Okay. It's going to show us all the same shit. So tell us which one you remember.
Yeah.
Don't fucking deepen your voice. What was that? Say it with your chest.
Where was I? It had a huge head.
Yeah.
But it also had really sharp teeth and I guess eyeballs that kind of stuck halfway out of its head like a fish.
Yeah.
That were the size of dinner plates. However big dinner plates were back then.
The average is 9.5 to 10.25 inches.
Wow, that was a weird fact you pulled out.
It's not a fact, it's a guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
It seems accurate, so.
Yeah, that's the way I made it sound.
Yeah, you know why? Because you deepened your voice. Set up the chest. But anyway, yeah, really big eyeballs.
Yeah, but no arms. That's fucked.
No arms. But it had an 8-foot head, so I guess...
What does that help with?
I think the eyeballs would be proportionate.
Counterbalance because it ain't got no fucking arms?
No, it would be proportionate, right? The eyeballs, if they're that big.
To an 8-foot head, yeah, that's probably pretty proportionate.
Yeah. At first, the men couldn't really get a good measure of the wings because the way it fell, it kind of landed and like tucked its wing underneath it. But once they were able to unravel one of them, the single wing measured 78 feet long, which means the full wingspan was roughly around 160 feet.
Hold on. When they saw it, they said something about 90-something foot.
No.
Oh, earlier?
They measured...
Before the 8-foot head?
Let me see. It's 92 feet long, so from head to foot.
Oh, head to foot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked too.
Yeah.
So this is just a giant Mandela effect.
No, we're not even to the Mandela effect
fuck.
yet. Just a giant creature.
Giant stick bug, no arms.
No arms.
With wings. Dinner plate eyes with the giant
Dinner
ass
plate
head.
eyes.
But it ain't got no arms. It got a big head and no arms.
No arms. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the kicker. Quote, the wings were composed of a thick and nearly transparent membrane and were devoid of feathers or hair. So there's no way that was just a giant fucking bird.
I mean, no, probably not.
Yeah, that's some weird shit.
Maybe. Some people might find that normal. I don't.
So the way the legend goes is they grabbed the creature, took it into town, spread out its wings in front of a barn and held it up. Then they had cowboys line up and spread out their arms to show off how big it was.
Hell yeah, they did.
Yeah. Somebody took their picture, and the picture was posted with the Tombstone Epitaph article. Over the century and a half since that happened, people have recalled seeing that photo in magazines, newspapers, books. They've seen it. But apparently, the Tombstone Epitaph didn't even have the capability to print photographs yet. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, they never even took a picture right here.
Yeah, but they might have taken it. I don't know, but it did not end up in the newspaper, so I don't know how people saw it.
Well, that's pretty frigged up.
Yeah. Of course, there have been recreations over the years, and I'll share some of those on our social media, but people swear that's not the original picture they saw. Well, back then, they're like, that's not the picture. I did find the article, the original article, and that's where the quote that I just read came from, and there's no picture with it. Yeah.
You would think there would be.
Yeah.
Are they gaslitting us?
I don't know, something.
Maybe.
And this was like a Mandela before we even had Mandela effects, so I don't know. But without a doubt, those ranchers did find something weird. And that article is in the archives of the Library of Congress. That's where I found it. So that feels official, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So you can't convince me that there aren't giant flying creatures out there.
I won't try to convince you of that, that's for sure.
Okay, next. One of the most well-known sightings is in New Guinea, but while the creature is often considered a pterosaur, the creature that's spotted in New Guinea is also a cryptid of its own called a ropin. So I want to save that for its own episode because there's a lot of information on that. It goes into more than just being a pterosaur. So I kind of think it is like it's a different category, you know?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But there are a ton of reports that come up from there of a flying reptile that looks very similar to a pterodactyl. So I still wanted to make sure to mention it.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about it at another time.
Maybe, if we feel like it.
If
or
we
remember.
feel like it. Or that.
Very big that.
Now, the next location is what brought me to this topic.
It's not Yellowstone National Park, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
Have you heard of pterosaurs in Yellowstone? Is that why you brought it up?
Well, no.
Oh.
I brought it up because you're wearing a Yellowstone sweater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, has nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's just cozy.
Oh.
But if you're on social media at all, especially TikTok, you've probably heard of all of the people saying that they live in Texas and they've seen pterodactyls in the sky.
I heard that one time.
Yeah. The sheer volume of people coming forward and saying that they saw one last week or they saw one when they were 4 years old on a fishing trip. Like, it's insane. Especially because one of the most well-known Quetzalcoatlus fossils was found in Big Bend National Park, Texas. So, there's foolproof evidence that at least at one point, pterosaurs were in Texas.
And I thought it was pretty wild when I saw that 2-foot tall raven the other day I sent you.
Yeah, we should have talked about that in the beginning.
Man, that thing was big as shit.
Yeah, he saw this giant, bigger than our cat's raven, which doesn't sound big, but our cats are really big.
To be fair, this raven was probably the size of a Buick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
easy.
It was
You didn't measure, you know?
I didn't measure, but if I would have gotten that Mandela picture,
Yeah.
this thing would have been at least like a Volkswagen bus.
Would have taken 6 cowboys, you know, arm to arm.
Like to lift it?
No, because in the picture with the pterosaur, they had
Oh,
cowboys
yeah, no,
arm
this
to
one,
arm.
I didn't say that big, goddamn. Sheesh, it's a raven, not a fucking pterosaur, my guy.
You're right,
Like,
my
yeah,
bad.
It was a real life raven that I saw
It
and
was.
sent you. Don't try to fucking. My fish was this big. No, that shit was the size of a Volkswagen bus.
It was really big.
It was massive.
It was massive.
It flexed on me. I
did
didn't
a little
scream.
bit, yeah.
I did not scream.
I wasn't there, so I can
It was
neither
a video.
confirm nor
You would
deny.
have heard it. You would have heard the scream.
Maybe the scream happened after.
No. Yeah, I thought it back. No, I didn't.
Okay. But yeah, really big raven. Really
Say you
big.
believe me.
I believe you. Really big pterosaur. But I think it's fun. I just, want to mention the biggest pterosaur ever found was found in Texas because
Things are always bigger in Texas.
yeah. But yeah, so if we know that pterosaurs for sure without a doubt were in Texas, could there be some evolved versions still flying around out there? And now that Texas is becoming more and more populous, people are starting to see them and catch on. They're being shoved out of their hiding places. You know what I mean?
People are starting to move into their environments and kick them out of their ecosystems.
Yeah.
So they're uprooting and back in the skies.
Because it used to be so empty, and now it's so many people are moving there, You
Dude,
think it's
people
possible?
better stay the fuck out of like Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota. There's not a lot of people in those 4 states, so if people start densely populating areas there, who knows what the fuck is going to come out?
Right?
You ever heard of Appalachia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like that. Well, some people may not have heard of that because I may have mispronounced it, but you've heard of some variant of it, I'm sure.
Yeah. That is one long-standing argument.
How to pronounce it, I know.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's Appalachia.
especially on podcasts. I say Appalachia because I don't know. That feels right. If you're from there, let us know how you like it pronounced. I can't confirm that I will change how I say it.
Remember, don't send us a text.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
Email that tells us
I
how
can't
to
even read my own
phonetically
pronunciation
pronounce
notes.
it because phonetically I don't agree with how that word even sounds. So voice clip or bust,
Or
video
bust.
clip or bust.
Yeah.
There's got to be audio.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Of your videos of your pronunciations. Don't be weird.
enunciation.
There's no G in it. Enunciation.
No, it causes me great angst. Angst does no that.
We're moving
And
on.
we're moving.
On February 24th, 1976, in San Antonio, Texas,
Oh.
3 school teachers were driving down an empty road in separate cars when they all witnessed a huge shadow travel across the ground. Everybody looks up and they see what can only be described as a huge reptilian bird. Later that same year, in San Benito, Texas, 2 police officers whose name we have, Officers Arturo Padilla and Homero Galvin,
Arturo?
yeah,
Wow.
were out in the early hours of the morning and reported seeing the same type of flying reptilian. Then, a man named Alvarico Guajardo said he was hanging out one night in his mobile home, just having a good time, when all of a sudden he hears something slam into the side of his home.
Jeepers creepers.
Basically, he goes out to inspect it, and he comes face to face with a pterosaur.
What if this thing is Jeepers creepers, just no arms?
Shit, maybe.
Way too small.
All I know is
Jeepers creepers too small. This thing is 2 foot tall, 94 foot tall, 140
that's
wings.
fair.
Jeepers creepers was like 7 foot
yeah,
at best.
like 7 foot. I do have a bone to pick with you though that I forgot to mention.
Well, don't do that on a recording.
I'm gonna. You sent me the fucking TikTok user Big Jeep, and now it's all over my For You, and I'm so scared.
Invested?
No, I'm so scared of Jeepers Creepers. Like any other horror movie, I'm like, this is great. I love it. Jeepers Creepers will give me fucking nightmares, and now he's all over my TikTok.
Well, yeah, no, I know that he gives you nightmares. But it's just a person on TikTok, and I was hoping you'd see that he's going
So
for
you
Mara.
think-
He's going for Mara.
Who's Mara?
Yeah, you're not invested. You haven't gotten that far
The girl
into
that
it.
called him out
Yeah.
said I could take him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if you
Yeah, so
haven't
stay
seen
tuned.
it, if you haven't seen it, this girl
You
was on
love
TikTok.
drama. Don't judge me.
This girl got on TikTok and was like, if you guys could take down any like horror movie icon, who do you think you could take in a fight? And she said, I think I could take Jeepers Creepers.
Like, out of all of them, the fuck would you say that one for?
The demon? Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. Why would the fuck would you pick that one?
So TikToked, and they tagged Jeepers Creepers, who apparently has a fucking TikTok.
Well, yeah,
in
there
the
ain't
video.
shit going on. They got way too much fucking. There's cameras everywhere. He's obviously gonna be caught. So why not make money off of it?
That's fair. Yeah, get your bag, bro. But so they started tagging Jeepers Creepers in her video, and then he started posting videos where he like printed out in color pictures of the girl. What's her name? Mara?
I believe it's Mara, yeah.
And he's like sniffing the pictures, the way that he sniffs things, terrifying. And he turned the picture over and it says, I'm coming for you, Mara, or whatever on it. So scary.
Speaking of which, who are you destroying?
Who would I destroy?
Yeah, like which one are you
Probably
fighting?
like
and
Scream,
winning?
because he was a 16-year-old boy.
Which one?
Number one, the original.
So what if they come back season 2? Episode 2?
Season 2 was a different killer.
Yeah, not season 2. The fuck am I saying?
Or movie 2 was a
yeah,
different
the second
killer.
movie, sequel. Yeah, but what if you're still alive, same storyline, and it's a different killer? So you thought you had him in the first one.
So do I have to take them all?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
God.
it's a different person. So it's obviously you got to
then
defeat
what's a
every
movie-
single one.
What's a movie that just has one movie and the killer never comes back?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think there are any.
Mine's still gonna be Saw, because that old guy, like, I'm saying, you're in a room one-on-one. I'm fucking that old dude up in a heartbeat.
Because, yeah, it'd be one-on-one, not you and his traps, right? You're
Yeah.
fighting him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy.
And we're not talking. What's the fucking investigator term for it? The undersub. Yeah, not talking as undersub. So whoever the fuck becomes the new Saw, that's different than Scream having 84,000 killers.
Yeah.
In Saw, it's just that old fuck. And then other people are like, I like that. I'm going to do it too. And
Well, that's what happened in Scream, was people were like, I like what he did. Let me try that.
no, it was just always.
No.
Yeah.
What? We're
it's
going to have
different.
to cover those movies.
So the way I mean it is, like, it's not always like Scream has not always been. That's not even the fucking real name. Anyways, that hasn't always been a thing.
Yeah, with
But
Ghostface.
in that movie series, every single thing has been the consistent Scream villain. So you have to face the whole Scream villain. In Saw, you're facing one villain.
Okay.
That old dude,
Okay, I see what
an
you're
unsub.
saying.
That's what I mean.
I'll think about it more, but the only...
But I'm whooping the fuck out of that old dude.
Yeah, that's probably the best answer.
He can bring that little fucking doll on the tricycle. I'm stomping the shit out of that thing too, cracking the porcelain. Probably whooping the old dude's ass with the porcelain doll and that tricycle.
Yeah.
But that's definitely the only one But let's not podcast this in case he finds me on TikTok and tries to call me out too. I'm just fucking around, guy.
Yeah,
Don't put me in
this
a
is
real
just-
fucking saw trap. Now, if it's just a
No.
one-on-one fist fight, bro, you're fucked.
This is just for entertainment purposes. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's...
this is for educational purposes, actually. I'm whooping that ass.
I think that's the best option, because the only other horror like villains that come to mind are like Annabelle or
Yeah, you
Jason. Those aren't... You can't do that.
Yeah, they don't fucking die.
No.
That one guy, Freddy, got his head cut off and came back for another movie. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, I mean,
Fuck that.
I can't even keep up with the storyline.
No.
All the different movies and so there ain't no way I'm Terrifier. No, I don't think I'm doing that one either.
No.
Jeepers Creepers, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely
Jeepers,
Big Jeep. Yeah.
not doing that.
No.
Actually, I'm probably gonna go with none. You know my theory or my plan in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
Imagine
don't
me
do it.
taken by a fucking horror villain. I'm like, make it quick, dude.
Yeah.
Can my wife come? She doesn't like to be lonely without me.
That's true.
She's going to get so mad and she wasn't here. Can I grab her?
Speaking of getting mad, though,
Well, that's fucked up.
a cryptozoologist named Ken Gerhard was mad that all this stuff was going on, all of these sightings, and he wasn't a part of it,
Mhm.
Ken moved closer to the reported sightings to try to understand what was going on in this area of Texas. In 2013, he alleged that 2 Bexar County Sheriff's deputies told him about a police report from multiple residents in the northeast San Antonio neighborhood explaining that they saw something huge flying over their homes.
That doesn't sound fun.
No. Because could you imagine, like, the whole area, the whole neighborhood, everyone seeing the same thing, and it's this giant, unexplainable thing in the sky?
With no fucking arms, just
Yeah.
legs,
Just
wings,
legs
and a
and giant
giant-ass
balls.
head.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. This one's got big old balls, too.
No.
Yeah, I know that.
Just giant wings.
No, dude.
Terrifying. But a short while later, a man reported to Gerhard that he saw one flying over his home on Christmas Day. I think I said his name wrong. I think it's Gerhard.
Oh, on Christmas, so you just giant bells dangling above the fucking
Okay,
chimney.
the balls aren't real.
Oh, shit.
I was just making a callback joke.
Oh, I thought this one had giant nuts.
No, this one doesn't have giant nuts.
Oh.
But isn't that wild that, like, the San Antonio area in Texas is just home of the pterosaur? Now we're heading over to Illinois.
Like, do I have to drive?
Not tonight.
All right.
In 1968, in Lansing, Illinois, a then 17-year-old was on his way to his friend's house when he looked up and saw what looked like a pterodactyl flying about 30 feet above the trees. He said it had a grayish-blue body with bat-like wings. In 2013, a man told a journalist at the Journal-Star, which is a Peoria, Illinois newspaper, that one day while on his lunch break he was driving past the Springdale Cemetery when he saw what looked like a pterodactyl fly over a mausoleum.
Oh my gosh, is that what they're doing with the bodies? Giving them
Feeding
the
them?
pterodactyls?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Because that's a conspiracy too. I think we've talked about on here.
Not giving bodies to pterodactyls.
No. Just that there's not enough cemetery space for all of the people that have died over
yeah?
the centuries.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a TikTok conspiracy. But back to the story. The man that witnessed this said that he saw other people were stopping and pointing at the same thing, so he knew he wasn't just imagining it.
Oh.
But he was the only one that turned around and went to the cemetery. He described it as looking prehistoric with a 30-foot wingspan, and he even compared it to a pterodactyl. But he said it didn't have such a bony nose.
And so this one, yeah, in Illinois is smaller than the Texas ones.
Yeah, see? Everything's bigger in Texas. This man did, however, say that it looked like the creature was hunting.
Yeah, I was trying to find the freshly buried.
Yeah, sniffing them
Instead of
out.
stale
like
ones.
Jeepers Creepers.
Ugh.
Ugh. The same reporter has also been told of sightings around Glen Oak Park, Proctor Hospital, and near the train tracks.
You think it's just hopping trains?
Maybe. But it seems like there's a good hotspot over near Peoria, though, huh?
And going to the hospital for like those freshly being
yeah.
transported to the mausoleum area.
Woof.
Yeah.
But Peoria, Illinois, we keep seeing, and like not on the podcast so far, but as we're researching stuff, it keeps coming up as like a hotbed for weird paranormal stuff. Illinois in general, very spooky. There are two pretty famous sightings out of Illinois, though. The first happened July 25th, 1977 in Lawndale. A group of boys were playing outside when a giant bird swooped down and picked up one of the boys. His name is Marlon Lowe. The bird grabbed Marlon in its talons and even managed to carry him off the ground a little bit, so like it lifted him.
And then it was like, no, this one's still squirming. Got to put it down.
Maybe, huh? This experience was backed up not only by the other boys there, but also Marlon's mother and neighbors that witnessed the entire thing.
All those people and not a single one did nothing.
Hopefully they were like chasing after the bird, like, drop him.
Yeah, but they didn't get it. They didn't tackle it. They don't have it like on their wall or nothing.
No, good.
They should have.
They saved the boy. That's what matters. Anyway, one thing to keep in mind with all of these older reports is people keep saying it looked like a prehistoric bird or a bat. That's because pterodactyls weren't discovered until 1984. So they didn't have anything to compare it to yet.
Yeah, no, back then we only just thought everything were birds.
Just birds.
They were like, hey, you see that thing over there? And I'm like, oh, the big old bird. And they're like, well, I guess you could call it kind of like a bird, but some people call it a city bus.
What?
You know, like, yeah, just like the bird. Yeah, that was 70s, man.
Okay. Then, for the second story, in 1977 in Lake Shelby, a man named A.J. Hunter thought that he saw 2 of these giant birds. He was able to get them on video, but the Department of Conservation claimed they were just turkey vultures, even though A.J. Hunter tried explaining to them there's no way vultures got that big. Turkey vulture wingspans only get up to about 6 feet, and if we're talking pterosaur, you're talking a 30-foot wingspan.
I know my pterosaurs.
Yeah.
See, back in I'd say the 70s, we used to compare them to birds.
Okay. A bunch of other experts have since investigated the video, and everybody seems to come to a different conclusion. Now, for quite possibly the most controversial of all of the sightings.
Mine.
No.
Oh.
In 2015, a video was shared on social media showing what truly looked like a pterodactyl flying over Boise, Idaho.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know what that was back in 2015.
Nope. I'll show you the video. It's pretty convincing. In it, you can see the leathery wings, the long crest, the claws even. There's a moment where it turns its head, and yeah, it looks like a pterodactyl. The clip went viral, but people were quick to diminish it. Naysayers believe that it's CGI, it's a remote-controlled pterodactyl, a normal drone. There's a bunch of, in my humble opinion, explanations that are equally as absurd as it being a real pterosaur.
Oh, yeah, remote control. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. What do you mean? Some people say it's a kite.
That's probably more likely than a fucking remote control. Like,
Oh, remote-controlled dinosaur, yeah.
flying?
Flying.
That's giant? Have
Yeah.
you tried to control a fucking remote control car?
Yeah, huh?
The people that control drones with remote controls, like, that shit's hard.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
it's not.
I crash 120% of the time because
Yeah,
I
you
give
do.
it my all. And I fuck it up. What's up, darling?
I was gonna go grab my phone so I can show you the video, but I think I actually have it on here. Is that not a fucking dinosaur? But you see when it turned its head and it looks like a pterodactyl?
I see it. I don't know why all the naysayers.
Yeah, right? Like, that's what blows my mind is people that are like, absolutely not, it definitely can't be that. Like, how are you so sure?
Dude, I swear, I bet if they would have shot like 6 cowboys up toward it and they would have held hands and stretched their arms out, they'd have been like, that's a fucking pterosaur.
That's a pterosaur right there. Yeah.
That one might even be a pterodactyl.
Could be. Who
Yeah,
knows?
but we didn't. That's how you know there ain't cowboys in Boise. Texas would have done that shit
Texas would have.
and taken a picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's with this motion picture thing? Just take a still one.
But yeah, I don't know. It blows my mind that people are so quick. That looks legit. I don't know. And it hasn't been proven to like not be real yet as far as I could find. So who knows?
Well, I don't.
Me either. I will say this. Despite all of the people that don't think it's real, there has not been one single solid explanation for it not being real.
Well, you heard it was a remote control.
Yeah. And now for our most recent sighting. In 2018, in Raleigh, North Carolina, a woman named Cynthia Lee, who is a veterinary technician, reported seeing a pterosaur-like creature multiple times. She has even recorded them and posted videos to social media.
So these things are following her like Dementors?
Maybe. Or
Oh.
she just got lucky, or lucky, quote unquote, and saw them multiple times.
No, they're following her. And the other day we had one following us. We thought it was a fly.
I don't think that was a
It
pterosaur.
was a fucking micro-pterosaur.
Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, that was weird. We had this fly follow us through like 8 different stores.
It was like a fucking 4-hour period at least.
It's just going with us, and then it'd be with us in the car, and then get out with us at the next door, and it was real fucking annoying.
The worst part was it was so nice in the car. It would leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah. And then in
we'd
the
get
store,
out
it was like
and
trying to land on our face.
Yeah, like it was telling us what to get for it.
Yeah.
Like it was paying me rent and fucking throwing in some... It was trying to fucking put 5 on it.
Yeah.
It didn't put shit on nothing except for some
Nothing.
shit on my head. Ugh, damn fly.
Nasty.
It took me like 4 hours. I finally ditched that fucker though.
Yeah.
I told him, hey, go pick out some fucking cereal, dude. Pick your own. Anything you want. It went to fucking check it out. We dipped.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're at the
Real
fucking
fast.
hardware store. There ain't no cereal there. What the fuck? Dumb fly. I mean, pterosaur.
Yeah, pterosaur. Speaking of pterosaurs that fly, back to the story.
You looked at me so dumb, like, Oh yeah, pterosaur. That's what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Cynthia Lee. She says these creatures she has seen have no feathers, but they do have a long tail with that diamond-shaped bulb at the end. Her videos are short and a little blurry, but she insists the creatures are something prehistoric.
They're prehistoric demons haunting her.
They might be demons, huh?
That's why she has so many of them, so constant. Yeah, no, that might be why not everybody sees them.
You know, maybe it's like she said her grandparents or parents saw them too when they were little. Maybe they like follow families. Maybe it's like a protector.
Well, that's not a really good thing to say as a follow-up when I'm talking about their demons. You're like, maybe they follow families.
Well, that's why I said maybe they're a protector, not a demon. But
Oh, maybe.
with a diamond-shaped tail, yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Not me.
But that's just a handful of sightings. And the sightings haven't stopped. Reports continue to come in from more places in Texas, Florida, Arizona, Alaska, Montana, and beyond. Of course, the quality of evidence is hit or miss, but I think that's part of what makes it so fun to talk about. It's like Bigfoot.
That guy had big balls for sure.
Okay. And on that note, I have some listener stories. I'm so sorry.
So stupid. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I have three. Three people were nice enough to let us share their experience. The first one comes to us from Rocky. Thank you, Rocky. Rocky says, I've seen one, and I live on the Pennsylvania-Maryland border near the Appalachian Mountains.
Fucking told you something about the Appalachia.
Yeah.
If we pronounce that right, Rocky, holler at your boy, let us know.
I was out driving down my usual back road, and I heard a loud squawk noise. I looked up, and I saw this winged, leathery creature flying. It was the size of, I don't know, it was bigger than my car. It was just gliding along. Which, that is something that I forgot to mention. There are so many personal encounters on TikTok and Reddit, and all of them mention, like, it makes dinosaur noises. Like, that shakes the ground, it's so loud, but a full-on, like, squelch, squawk, scream, I don't know. But it makes the typical, yeah.
But like, yeah.
Yeah, but way
Penetrating.
louder. So, like, that's not a bird. Especially people that live in this area, grew up in the area, they're going to know the sounds of native birds and native whatever animals are there. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
That's all you had?
Well, I was going to say it's not a kookaburra. Those things got a weird fucking wild... You heard me argue with one of those. A few of those,
that
actually.
weird bird, yeah.
Yeah, I've argued with those on there. Every fucking zoo I'll argue
Every
with
zoo.
a fucking kookaburra. Every fucking zoo.
You do.
Anyways.
But yeah, those don't sound... Like, you wouldn't hear that and think that might be a fucking dinosaur.
You might in America.
Maybe.
If you didn't know what it was, yeah, and you heard it in the wild, absolutely.
But I don't think it would be as loud as what's reported.
Yeah, no, not what they're seeing. It doesn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy, but I told you, Appalachia. And that's, honestly, Appalachia would be the space, like the area of the U.S. where I'm like, yeah, you definitely saw that shit.
Right? Yeah.
For sure. That, if people were saying, if you didn't say any other area of this country and you just told me they were being sighted all over, like, Appalachia, huh?
Yeah. That's where it is. Yeah.
I only said Yellowstone earlier because your sweatshirt again.
I know.
Reminder.
Our second story comes to us from Naomi. She says, in 2010, my friend and I saw one glide right over our car across I-5 while traveling in Southern Oregon. We couldn't believe our eyes. It was the biggest glider we've ever seen. At first, we thought it was a guy flying a hang glider, but then we saw the head and the leathery bat-like wings. It landed in a tree on the other side with such speed and force that it almost broke the treetop off. It bent almost in half with its weight. I've been looking for others who have seen this creature. Which, again, if they weigh 500 pounds, that makes sense that it would bend a freaking tree, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the Southern I-5 corridor in Oregon, like which part? Where?
I don't know.
Bro, I go there sometimes.
We go there a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to see this shit because I've never been to, Appalachia.
Yeah, that's
Been
true.
to parts of Texas, but it's pretty controlled when I go to Texas. Like, it's pretty structured of what I get to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, looking up doesn't really work when you're in a building most of the time.
That's fair, yeah.
You can't see anything outside. I don't know where else, but
We've been to Boise a few times, never seen more
that's
there.
true. I ain't seen shit there but slow traffic and bad attitudes. Some nice people sometimes too. Shout
Yeah.
out Boise. You got some pretty good stuff, but definitely some bad traffic. And then Oregon, I frequent there often. So
Yeah.
that's my most likely spot where I might see one.
Yeah.
And that'd be pretty nice. So Naomi, where at?
And our third one.
We'll help you hunt.
Yeah.
You said you want to see one again. We want to see one once.
She did
at
not
least.
say that. She said
Oh.
she's been looking for others who have seen this creature.
Oh, I thought she was. Yeah, my bad. I thought she said I've been looking for others ever since.
But if you tell us where you saw it, we might be able to go see this creature.
and then we'll
let
tell
you
you too. And
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same one.
Maybe.
Where was it? All right, go ahead. My bad.
Our third story, I forgot to ask if I could share their name. So we're going to say anonymous just in case. They said, I saw one 20 years ago in Batavia, Ohio, which is about 15 minutes away from Cincinnati. This wasn't a crane. It wasn't a large owl. I grew up on lakes and in the woods, so I encountered those fairly regularly. This bird was straight out of the dinosaur books that I read as a child. It seemed huge, even up in the sky, as it was calmly flying over me as I was hanging out at a pond with friends. I noticed the well-known head shape, even the fingers that seemed to be poking out of the wings. This thing seemed to have a wingspan the size of a full-sized truck or bigger. I remember it like it was yesterday. I've always questioned what I saw, but nothing else pointed me to another bird.
See, and then Ohio,
Yeah.
another place I'm not at or going. I don't foresee myself going to Ohio anytime in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that's fair.
So shout out Naomi. Tell me where that spot on I-5 was, because that's likely. Peoria, possibly. Who knows? We might end up checking that out. But on our drive to see another stadium in Chicago,
Yeah.
and then Ohio does have two, but
We got a long list of stadiums to see, so.
it's true.
And I think,
It's a long road
spooky
trip.
stuff typically
And-
lines up with our...
That's what I was gonna say. Maybe we'll start on the I-5 corridor and drive our way over to the Appalachians.
Just take like a
Trying to
year
see the
traveling.
yeah, just trying to see. I didn't say a fucking year. Holy moly, who's gonna go fund me? Oh hell yeah!
Maybe if
Go
we get
fund me,
some
guys.
if we get some ads on this podcast, we can travel and just do spooky stuff every night.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope. So yeah, those are our 3 personal encounters. Thank you so much for sharing those. I am sorry you had to experience that, but like that's kind of cool that you got to. I'm glad everybody's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say besides that's terrifying. But we believe, well, I can't speak for Cash. I for sure believe you. I think you guys saw a pterosaur.
Most likely.
Yeah. But now for the not so fun part, let's talk about possible explanations. To be
Oh.
clear,
Aliens,
I don't really believe any of these.
demons,
I think they're pterosaurs.
drones, people
First
in
up-
suits.
First up, I hate the people in suit thing. The only thing that's real for
shadows.
is the bears in that one zoo in China.
Oh yeah, there's more than just
Or it's
that.
pandas,
but
I think. I don't know. Something
Yeah,
like
it-
that's a person. Oh no, it's sun bears. Yeah.
yeah, there's more than just that that's been human in suit. But
Well,
yeah,
you know
that
what I
was
mean.
very, very clear and obvious.
Yeah. First up, thunderbirds, which come from Native American folklore. I bring this up because they are very often like connected and compared. The thunderbird is not just a giant bird in Native American traditions. It is a powerful spiritual being. Across many indigenous nations, the thunderbird is seen as a protector, a bringer of storms, and a symbol of immense strength. In some teachings, when the thunderbird flaps its wings, it creates thunder, and lightning flashes from its eyes. Rain often follows, nourishing the earth. It is said to live high in the mountains or above the clouds, watching over the land and the people below. So like I said, that is one thing that it's often connected to. Like people like to make the connection But I don't know. I kind of feel like, I don't know the right word, but like thunderbirds are more like precious.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to just be flying over cemeteries and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the pterosaur sightings seem like a lost creature that doesn't know where
Things
it's
that are
at.
just kind of flying over,
Yeah.
just seeing everything, and
Yeah.
yeah,
But I feel like thunderbirds, like they have a purpose. They know what they're doing. They know why they're there.
yeah, they're purposeful
Yeah.
beings as opposed to just scavenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Next up, we have Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec god that transforms into a giant feathered snake. Remember how the Quetzalcoatlus fossils were found in Texas and had feathers?
And they think,
So maybe it's this god, you know, that people are just seeing.
eh,
Yeah. And then the not fun ones, large birds of prey like condors, eagles, vultures, herons, or cranes. Those are the most often brought up ones.
yeah, Lugia the Pokemon. I know.
I don't know. Unless it's some weird like mutation of one of those birds, I don't think this is that. Then some people say it could be fruit bats or flying foxes, which are this really big species of bat.
Yeah.
They're terrifying looking.
Yeah,
Which-
but they got, again, like a 4-foot wingspan. They're not huge. They're big for a
But-
fucking bat, but
the flying foxes are a little bit bigger than that. They are the largest bat species in the world. They're native to the Philippines, so it wouldn't really make sense that they're seen here so much. But they can have a wingspan up to 5.5 feet, which is a lot closer than most birds. But that's still under 6 foot is not very big.
yeah, you just try to fucking gaslight me like I was way underestimating it when I said like 4 foot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
In contrast
yeah,
to
in
100
contrast
and fucking
to-
40-foot wingspan to
Yeah.
40-foot wingspan, as the smallest we've heard is like people saying the size of my truck.
yeah,
So like 12 foot
yeah.
to 5 foot
I'll
is
give you that.
7 foot difference, but
You're
a fucking
right.
foot and a half, you jerk.
I'm just saying the pictures I've seen of the bats, it like I saw one that was hanging from something. It looks like Jeepers Creepers. Like it
Yeah,
it
but
scares
flying
me.
midair with the face.
Yeah, you wouldn't think.
Yeah. You'd be like, that's a big ass fucking bat or Jeepers Creepers.
Or Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah,
think
I've heard of
Jeepers
people try
Creepers.
to dispel it as a giant bat before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it being that.
No.
But I do have a new fear. So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
that's cool. And then the largest wingspan of flying birds in the world is the wandering albatross, which has a wingspan that can get up to 11.5 feet, which is huge.
Yeah,
It would
but-
be terrifying to see, but it's nowhere near,
The U.S.
well, and that, but it's nowhere near the 40 to 160 foot wingspans, you
No,
know?
but 12 foot, and if people see it, you know, it's only really 20 foot above them, as opposed to they think it's 80 foot in the air, because we do have
That's
a depth
fair,
of
the
perception
optical
issue.
illusion.
Yeah. So I could see that one a little bit more so, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Because you can't, it's still a bird. Like at the end of the day, that's still a bird.
And
this
still has
thing,
feathery.
yeah, exactly. This thing people look at and they're like, that looks like a dinosaur. What is
That's a
that?
flying reptile.
Yeah. Flying snake, even comparing it to that before we had pterodactyls, like that's not a bird.
Exactly.
Exactly. And then, like I said, the thing that really gets me is a lot of the online reports mention the noises that the creatures make. Sure, you can explain away sightings as birds or giant bats or whatever, but I don't think the noises and the screeching can be so easily explained away.
You know what really gets me?
What?
So, you did not question me not one time. Now all of our listeners are going to think I'm a giant idiot that doesn't know what the fuck a bird looks like when I said it had no arms.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Yeah, that
waited
went-
this whole episode, and I brought it up so many times where I'm like, it had no arms, though. No arms. And everyone's
Yeah.
going to be like, this guy's so fucking dumb. Has he never seen a bird? They don't have arms.
That went clear over my head.
And you
yeah.
just kept letting me go.
Yeah, I did.
But anyways, yes, guys, I know birds don't have arms. And
Yeah. And we already touched on most of the other ones, like the drones and kites and all of that stuff.
I told you about dragons.
You did.
Yeah, and
Dragons
then
and
demons.
demons. Yeah,
And
that's a fun one.
aliens. It could be aliens, you
It
know.
could be. Yeah, I don't think so, but it could be.
Could be ancient technology.
Yeah. I personally believe there's this other species of evolved pterosaur out there that we just haven't found yet.
No, they have. We just haven't documented it.
Maybe, yeah.
There's people that say they found it.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
scientifically, we haven't found yet. I think it's so wild. It's the same thing as the alien argument, right? Like, it's so wild to assume that there's not something else just because we haven't seen it yet. We haven't explored all of the water. We haven't explored all of the land. We definitely haven't explored all of the sky.
I mean,
space.
yeah, I get that.
Okay.
And then there's got to be definitely other stuff out there. They're still discovering different species of animals and different bacteria and living things.
We're finding new spiders like every other month now.
At least in our house.
Yeah. So, to wrap up, are modern day pterodactyls gliding through our skies? Or are the sightings a mix of folklore, misidentification, and hoaxes? The truth is still up in the air.
It's out there.
Sometimes literally.
Maybe. Look up.
What we do know is that from the desert of Arizona to the swamps of South Carolina to the jungles of New Guinea, people keep seeing something, and maybe, just maybe, those leathery wings aren't entirely a thing of the past.
Unless timelines don't exist, and that's why people are seeing them. Because time's not linear.
The times are starting to bleed more
Yeah,
and leak
time's
into
not
each
linear.
other.
There's another. Sorry, I should have brought that up earlier for when people are like, oh, maybe it doesn't exist. Maybe it's a different kind of bird. Maybe timelines aren't linear.
Yeah, who
And
knows?
we're having little glitches where people are seeing them.
That would
What?
be cool.
Seeing them? Seeing them.
Where people are seeming them.
Yeah, you got to cut that.
Yeah,
I just said,
dude.
people are seeming. It's the hook for the episode.
There you
People
go.
are seeming. And they're going to be like, what? This guy thinks people are seeming and birds have arms? Never listen to that again. Or they listen to the next one because they thought it was going to be entertaining and they're like, oh, he didn't do it again? He's just dumb.
If you or somebody you know has had a brush with the paranormal and you would like to have that story read on the podcast, please email it to anxiousatbedtimepodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on social media. We have
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads. Like, rate, and review. Give us 5, 10, 20, who knows, 150 stars. Say
6
we'll-
Cowboys worth.
6 Cowboys. They just have to be the equivalent of that many fucking likes. It's a lot. The world can be a scary place with pterosaurs and pterodactyls. What the fuck is in the sky?
I don't know.
There's lots of different stuff people are seeing in the sky, but I mean, we're probably fine.
We're probably fine.
We're probably fine.
Sleep tight.
Good night, and don't be too anxious at bedtime.